Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. Adeni Ajisha first. Time to take you around the world of sport. Congratulations to those 4 teams that qualify for the MPL, Nigerian Premier League, after they fought hard over there in Asaba. Well, a good one. Let's look at that story. NNL Super 8, Kano Pillars, Katsina United, Heartland, Sporting Lagos pick MPL ticket. The 4 teams are right now they will be playing in the MPL next season, and the good one for Kano Pillars, Katsina United and Heartland, who went on relegation quickly. They actually came back to the MPL. Well, congrats to Kano Pillars, Katsina United, Heartland and Sporting Lagos in the Super 8 encounter taking place. It actually took place in Asaba. Well, the 4 teams fought hard and they were able to do it. Let's look at the result and also the table. Well, before we do that, we'll be joined by the media officer of Kano Pillars, the person of Malikawa, that will be talking to us from Asaba there. If we have Malikawa ready quickly so that we can at least see the atmosphere. Okay, good to have you, Luwanu Malikawa from Asaba, the media officer of Kano Pillars. Good to have you on this show.
Hello.
Okay, good to have you on the show. We know you are live in Asaba. So how is Asaba this hour?
Asaba, we thank God, alhamdulillah.
Okay, good one. I'm sure Kano Pillars, the players, the team, the management, everyone, they are happy, even in Kano City right now, concerning your team's qualification back to the MPFL. After immediately they went down, they pick up and they returned to the MPL. What's the mood like in the camp of Kano Pillars?
Well, as you stated it earlier, from the players, coaches, management, and the entire fans of Kano Pillars are jubilating since yesterday. Because the team will return to a league that is the Premier League, which I believe even the Kano State Governor, His Excellency Engineer Kabir Abba Yusuf, sent a message to the players and management of Kano Pillars that he's congratulating them, and he's very much happy that now Kano Pillars is going to play Premier League. And of course, now the players are putting heads together to ensure that we play the final match tomorrow against the Heartland to ensure that at the end of the day, we become the champions of the league.
Okay, good one there. Well, at least the mood is the club, entire club right now, they are in happy mood. Now, as you are there, the match, let's start with the match first. Our match is played by Kano Pillars. They were able to at least top their group. But right now, looking at the fact that the game they played last against Katsina Utd, it was a tough one, even though they lost out to Katsina. The rivalry between your 2 clubs, that's Kano Pillars and Katsina Utd, really play out yesterday, where your captain, Rabiu, got a red card. Really, give us an insight to that particular match.
Well, it's very unfortunate. I agree with you. Our captain, Rabiu Ali, a.k.a. Pele, who is the legend in the Nigerian Football League, he get a red card, which is very much unfortunate. Both the players, the management, and even he, Rabiu Ali too, are not happy with that red card because we are always feeling Rabiu is as an engine room in the team. We're expecting him to lead the team, of course, from the beginning of the league. If the person that carried the team on his shoulder, after the end of the time while we have been promoted to the MPFL, which I expect to Rabiu Ali is the role model of the team. That red card, well, you know, when it comes to the issue of officiating, nothing one can do. They are human being referees like everybody. They can make a mistake, but in the issue of the law, they have is an interpretation. Maybe the way people are interpret the red card is different with what the match official take his decision. So what happened has happened. Hopefully it's going to be a lesson, not only to the right. It's going to be a lesson to the entire players of Kano Pillars. By God's grace, despite that Rabiu will not be in the final match tomorrow, I believe the technical crew will go back to the drawing board to sit down and see who is going to do the job of Rabiu, who is going to be the replacement, who is going to be the leader in that position of Rabiu. Of course, it has happened. We are not happy. Rabiu received a red card at the time that we need his services, because that final, we have much confidence that our target to go back to Kano with the trophy and medals to present it to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf, which is the post trophy since he has assumed office as a Governor of Kano State. So we accept it in a good faith.
Okay, good one. Even though it wasn't a happy one concerning Kano Pillars losing against Katsina United and Arabia, the one they call Fele Ali getting a red card there. But the rivalry between Katsina United and Kano Pillars seems to be like Barcelona and Real Madrid. If you agree with me, Malikawa.
Well, some people, most of the time, people are saying this match between Katsina and the Pillars. It's a local derby, it's a El Clasico, it's whatever. But to me, as a sportsman, as a media man, I always regarded that match as a friendly, as a brotherhood affair. The only thing you know when you come to the field of play, immediately you enter inside that grass. You wear yellow, I wear white. Definitely, I will fight you to the end. And of course, considering the nature of Kano and Katsina, we have common in nature. We have the same culture, the same religion, the same background. But unfortunately, you know, we have a lot of fans that are following Pillars and Katsina. A lot of people have their own mission, passion, have their own perception. But we, as a players and management of the team, both Katsina and Kano Pillars, we are all regarding ourselves as brothers. We don't want anything that will cause a confusion or a problem between these two states. Considering the historical background between these two states for the past decades ago. But when it comes to football, a lot of people are taking it like a war. But this time around, I assure you, we are going back to the Premier, both Kano Pillars and the Katsina United. We are going to sit down with both the management. If it becomes necessary, we can even include the top government functionaries from the two states to sit down and see this issue, to ensure that we create another rapport which will maintain the relationship between the Kano Pillars, Katsina United, and the entire people of that two states. Yesterday match, of course, we are not happy because we lost two straight matches against Katsina United. Last week, we lost it in Aqua Ibom during the Super Niger Cup where they defeated 1-0. And also yesterday, they defeated 1-0. And very luckily enough, and unfortunately, they are only beating us via penalty, which is by mistake in one or the other from some part of one of the department of our team. And I believe it will going to be a lesson for us. The technical crew should ensure that they should be guided with why they are getting the problem when we come to play with the Katsina United. That penalty has gone. Yesterday match has gone. We put it aside. We put it behind. Now we are forging the next match ahead of us. And I believe the people that watched the match yesterday in Asaba and the people that followed the match through the social media and the other channels, they understand that there is a lot of improvement of relationship. There is a lot of sportsmanship between Kano Pillars and Katsina United. And I assure you and I assure the people that are now following us, by God's grace, nobody will cause any problem between these two teams and between these two states, Katsina and Kano. We are going to maintain the good relationship between these two states.
A good one there coming from Malikawa there, joining us from Asaba Live. Now, talking about just looking at what you just said, that relationship between Katsina United and Kano Pillars will be cordial next season. Let me take you to that has to do with fans now. The fans, we saw what happened last time, and a lot of issues here and there concerning Katsina and Kano Pillars. What's the management going to be doing to see how they can maybe orientate the fans, the supporters, yes, the supporters club, about how to actually support these two clubs? It seems the rivalry, really, as we speak in Nigerian parlance, is not from here.
One, I told you earlier, the management of the both teams are going to sit down. And if a condition warrant, the top government functionaries of these two states are going to be involved. And even the crisis that is happening before is not the initial or not the real supporters of either Kano Pillars or Katsina United. You know, in every society there must be a barrier. And when you are progressing, and people are just trying to turn you down. We believe the good supporter of Kano Pillars and the good supporter of Katsina United will not be happy to cause a problem during the match between these two. Because what I told you earlier, or what I told the people that are following us earlier, we are brothers. We are brothers and sisters. We don't want anybody to be cheated. We don't want anybody to be found wanting or guilty in any circumstances. But it's good to go and sit down and see where we have a problem or where we have a lapses and draw the attention of Kano Pillars management, draw the attention of Katsina United management, and I assure you, with the current administration in Kano and Katsina, His Excellency Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf and His Excellency the Korada of Katsina will never allow anything that would tarnish the image of these two states. And I will assure you, the current Fans Club executives under the caretaker committee of Bashir Mifada, they are going to organize a mobilization campaign to ensure that they sensitize the fans and tell them the new rules of the games. Particularly now people are coming with the new rules, particularly how to officiate the football. Definitely the fans must be educated on the way forward so that they should understand this is the rules of the game. If you behave like this, you are going to be dealt. If you did this, you are going to find it very good for you. So definitely education is the most important factor that we look forward. We have to go and ensure that we mobilize, educate, and enlighten all the fans and even the football-loving people of Kano and Katsina to come on board to ensure that, because I know now we come back to the Premier League. By the time we are going to play match in Sana Abacha Stadium or Farmata in Kano, it will be a wonderful thing because the stadium will be overcrowded. Because the people of Kano are very much passionate now to return back to Premier. Last season, they never saw any football team either from the west, from the east, from the south, from the north central, or from the south or southeast, because no Premier team that come to Kano and play football. But now we are ready to receive Yimba, to receive Rangers, to receive Aqua, to receive Katsina, to receive other top teams, including Sporting FC from Lagos, which is one of the youngest teams that have been promoted here in Asaba to Elite League during the Super 8. Definitely the crowd will be much in Sana Abacha Stadium, and sensitization must be carried out to ensure that our fans, they are good ambassadors. Let them continue to be good ambassadors and remain very law abiding whenever we are playing football match, especially in our home ground at Sana Abacha Stadium.
A good one there. Now, let's tilt towards the way the table actually stand, how it went down after playing all the three matches. Malika, I want to agree with me that Kano Pillars, they've done the business even before the last match, having that 6 points on ground. That's really giving them the opportunity, scoring 3 goals. A goal was scored against them, and they have 2 as goal difference. Katsina United, despite scoring 4 goals, they actually considered 3, and they have 1. And that gives the chance for Kano Pillars to top the table. That's why it's always good to make it while the sun shines. I think your team, Kano Pillars, they saw this coming. So they've done the business earlier before they met Katsina, right?
Well, you know, football, anybody going to the field of play, if it's a sportsman, must expect 3 things to happen. You either to win or to lose or a draw. We are in Asaba with the mission that we are going to be unbeaten. But man proposed, God is for the God one is the best. Our boys did their best, and definitely they deserve commendation. The technical crew headed by Evans Egonyi, the main agenda for him to return the team to the Premier League when he signed to Kano Pillars as a technical advisor. And thank God, he needs the target. And definitely kudos must go to our father, Alaji Ibrahim Galadima, the founding father of Kano Pillars Football Club in 1990. Because I could remember when he was the interim chairman, make a structure that Kano Pillars must return back to Premier League. And thank God today we are back to Premier League. Ibrahim Galadima was the interim chairman that appointed or invited Evans Egonyi for the interview, and after the interview, he agreed and approved his appointment as a technical advisor of Kano Pillars. And thank God with the support of his assistant, which used to include Ibrahim A. Musa, Ahmed Garba Yarayaro, Gambo Mohamed, our former player who is now as the assistant coach in the team, and Awala Abad, the goalkeeper, trying to do their best. And now, as I'm talking to you, they fulfill their promise. We are back to Premier. Yesterday match, it has come and gone. I don't want a situation whereby we are going to continue repeating what happened between Kano Pillars and Katsina United. We lost, and we accepted it in good faith, and we are forging ahead. We are going to correct our mistakes. We will see what we are going to play with them when we come playing in the Premier next season, or this season that is coming in the coming August, which we are expecting the league. According to the LMC, the league is going to commence either on 27 August or whereabout. We are ready, and we will meet them and progress that day. They will see the consequences.
Now that you say your team, you are ready, let's look at the other group, the Southern Conference. Heartland FC, they actually of Sporting Lagos qualifying alongside Heartland FC, and you have Kano Pillars and Katsina United. But there's still a battle ahead. Your team, Heartland versus, Kano Pillars versus Heartland United, to fight for the winner, the winner of the NNL. How is it going to be now, your team, Kano Pillars? Are we expecting that winning totally?
You know, when you are talking about the football in Nigeria,
yes,
there are some teams that you must call them a brand in the Nigerian football. They are not only looking as a team. Kano Pillars, Heartland, Yimba, Pase Enugu Rangers, they are brand.
Yes,
because they are the historic team, they are the traditional team. Anywhere you go this country, when you say Pillars, people will say Masigida. If you go to somewhere else, you say Heartland, people will say Spartan or National, or Onyawo National. When you go to Rangers, they say, never die. When you go to Yimba in Nigeria or in Africa, these teams are very much traditional teams. So the final match between Kano Pillars and Heartland, I could remember 2009, we know what happened between Pillars and Heartland. 2009, we played Continental, which is the first time we appeared in the continent. We met them in the semi-finals, and the God of soccer is not on our side in that time. We lost 4-0 in Owerri. They followed us to Kano. They beat us 1-0 in that year. That is 2009 when we were playing the Continental the first time. At the semi-final level, they remove us. And when we come in, within the week, we play a league and we beat them 4-0. And that is football. So tomorrow's match is going to be another derby between Heartland and Kano Pillars. We know ourselves. We met several times. We met in various places. We met in various competitions, either at the league level or at the Challenger Cup, which is Federation Cup, or pre-season tournament somewhere else. But I'm assuring you, with the younger players on the ground in Kano Pillars, tomorrow, by God's grace, is our day. And I believe the players, they already tied their belt. Supporters are praying for the team. The government of Kano State are giving encouragement to the team. And even other followers of the football across the country are giving hope and encouragement to Kano Pillars that they should not relent their effort. Tomorrow will be their day. I know Heartland, they have advantage of hands because they are very nearer to Asaba. They only cross bridge of Onitsha from Owerri to come to Asaba to share their teams. But nevertheless, let me remind you and the followers of this program, the Hausa community and other supporters football clubs and other Logan people, or other soccer Logan people here in southern Nigeria are willing to see Pillars same as Sigida. If you see how our people are coming out in mass and sharing us and Stephen Chase Stadium about here in Asaba, it's very wonderful. So tomorrow match, by God's grace, we are assuring the people of Kano State, we are assuring our supporters, we are going to be good ambassadors. We are going to abide rules of the game. We are going to present good and disciplined team and bench to ensure that we play according to the rules of the Nigerian National League, Nigerian Football Federation, CAF Confederation, CAF, and FIFA. By God's grace, we are not going to do anything that will tarnish the image of government and people of Kano State.
Good one, coming from Luano Malikawa, media officer, Kano Pillars, who have been talking with us on the show to at least give us updates concerning the team spirit over there in Asaba. They've qualified for the MPL, the return, and also they'll be facing Heartland FC tomorrow for the final to know the winner of the NNL. Well, a big one there. On a lighter note, Malikawa, well, did you guys take 2-0 Shinkafa yesterday after getting that result to MPL?
Pardon?
I said, on a lighter note, your team, Kano Pillars, a lot of 2-0 Shinkafa that will be shared yesterday.
Well, in a lighter note, what I have to say, only say thanks to Almighty Allah.
Okay.
And we thank to each and everybody who contributed in one way or the other for our success to go back to the Premier. And it's not by our making, it's a God making. And of course, the organizers of the league, they deserve to be commended. The Nigerian Football Federation deserve to be commended. The Nigerian referees deserve to be commended. The media that are giving contribution towards the promotion of football in Nigeria deserve to be commended because they followed the league from the beginning to the end. They welcome development, and I believe there is need from the federation and the other stakeholders, particularly the private organization. Let them come on board to invest in the Nigerian football. We have the talented players. We have the younger ones that need assist to move forward. And if you see the aging of our players, you know we are ready to develop football. We have a younger one. The time we go back with the time we were relegated to the NNL, we go back to our feeder team and selected some younger players to come to the pillars, at least to give them an opportunity. Now they prove themselves. They are ready to do. So if we go to the grassroots, definitely we get the players that will promote Nigerian football, and we have the talent on the ground. We thank God today where we are. We belong to Premier, and we're back to Premier. This is a credit, this is a kudos, as I told you earlier, to our father, former Nigerian Football Association chairman, Alaji Galadima. He did a lot. He deserves to be commended. And even the first ESCO of the team headed by Alaji Kabir. But up to the current executive headed by the chairman, Alaji Babangida Umar Little, definitely they deserve to be commended. They do their best. They contribute a lot. And the executive governor of Kano, at a short, limited time, he released the resources to come to Asaba and execute the project. Definitely, Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf, the executive governor of Kano State, deserve to be commended.
Okay, good one. Malika Luwanu join us from Asaba. We want to appreciate your time to give us all those updates concerning Kano Pillars. Same Together boys are back to NPL. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adene. You are welcome. I will really appreciate it, and we thank Almighty Allah to continue protecting us and make us success in our life.
Good one. Thank you so much. Okay, good one. That was Luwanu Malikawa, the media officer, Kano Pillars. The return of that brand back to the MPL, Nigerian Premier League season, will be on fire next. It's a big one. And quickly before we go, let's just run through some stories. Rangers FC unveils Ilechukwu as head coach. Ilechukwu right now, Fidelis Ilechukwu has been unveiled as the coach of Rangers International. That's the story there. A good one, at least moving away from Plateau United. He has joined the Flying Antelopes of Enugu in that club, where he will be at least at the end of affairs to run through the season for them. Right now he says he wants to change things in Rangers. Let's see what he will bring into the table for the Flying Antelopes. Another one says Mason Mount picks jersey number 7 at Manchester United. The former Chelsea man has actually crossed the bridge to Manchester United, Old Trafford, where he will be next season. Jersey number 7 that have been worn by a lot of big players like Beckham, Ronaldo, and all of them. Well, will he be able to do this? Let's wait and see. And the last one, Brazilian Football Confederation announced Ancelotti as future Brazil national team manager from 2024. He will be with Real Madrid for next one season, and then he will join them after next season over there in Brazil as their national coach. Good one for Brazil, believing so much in Carlo Ancelotti. That will be a big admiration for him. Well, that will be it on the show. 360 Sport on Trust TV. We had Malika now actually join us from Delta State, that's Asaba, concerning Kano Pillars returning back to the MPL. Good one for them, and the remaining team, they'll be fighting for honors. Well, for tomorrow, if you go between the Nazi Millionaires, Heartland FC, and Kano Pillars, we can't wait to get the result to see who wins that league for this year. Thanks very much for joining us on the show. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.